I'm going to show you something that you're going to love. So I've been gone for a couple of days. I went up to Orangeville and I got home and I was kind of hanging out. I realized it's 5:30 and I'm like, what am I going to make for dinner? So I'm like, oh, I'm going to pull something out of my freezer and I'm going to make donair right from a package of frozen ground beef. And the reason I love freezing my ground beef in this as a flat is that this is going to go really, really quickly in my steamer. Literally, I'm going to cook this from frozen. So what you're going to do is you take your frozen meat, and it'll be a little bit longer than normal. Normally, this would probably cook up in about 4 to 5 minutes, but it's going to take a little bit more time. So there's my donair. Now, it doesn't matter what spices you're using with Epicure, but I'm using a donair seasoning because I'm making a donair salad, okay? So, do you hear it? It's solid. Do you hear it? It's solid. Do you hear it? It's solid. And it's 5:30 and I'm hungry. So, I'm going to take my donair spice and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on. Okay, for those of you that need me to measure, I'll start with a tablespoon right on top of my ground beef, okay? So that's step one. This is going into the microwave, and I'm gonna do 2 minutes on high, okay? In the steamer, it goes. So it doesn't matter what steamer you have, guys. You can do it in your round steamer, you can do it in your rectangular steamer, if you have enough space in your rectangular steamer, or your square steamer, doesn't matter. Okay, now I need a salad dressing for my donair salad. So in here right now, because I made this yesterday and I actually have leftovers, so I've got cucumbers in here and I've got some red peppers in here and spinach. And my tomatoes went bad because I didn't use them, which is really dumb because everything costs so much money, right? So I'm gonna make a salad dressing for my donair. So there's 2 different salad dressings I can make, okay? I could do a dilly, like lemon dilly with sour cream and lemon juice, or not sour cream, mayonnaise and lemon juice, or I can do the garlic aioli dressing. And I'm gonna do something different tonight. I'm actually gonna make my salad dressing with whipped cottage cheese instead of mayonnaise. Now I've got some good protein in here. It's gonna be really tasty. So I'm going to take about a 1/4 cup of my whipped cottage cheese. And I'm going to put my garlic, garlic aioli in. And let me measure that out because I know I drive you crazy when I don't measure. So I look at it. A teaspoon is a lot of garlic aioli because it's pretty potent. Then I'm going to take lemon juice and squeeze. I'm going to squeeze a big tablespoon. And I don't have any fresh lemons. Fresh lemons is normally my go-to, but I just bought these as backup and they work as well. Okay, so I'm going to stir this around. So this will be my salad dressing for donair. So cottage cheese that I've whipped. Okay, so 2 minutes. Frozen burger, and it's starting to defrost. So what I've got here is our Epicure chopper, right? So now, can you guys see what I'm doing? So I'm just gonna go in and start chopping this because it's partially, it's still frozen in some areas, but it's coming. So I'm gonna start chopping this down and I'll put it in for another 2 minutes. Don't you just love these steamers? To me, they're the best tool in the world. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, see? I'm just chopping it down. So now I'm going to add another tablespoon. I'll wash that because I don't want to double contaminate. Thank God I have a lot of these spoons because I just dirtied 3 of them. Another tablespoon of the donair spice. Put the lid back on and I'm going to give this another 2 minutes, okay? So 2 minutes on that. And I'm guessing it'll be probably pretty cooked. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what donairs are, they're also known as gyros, where you have the big stack of meat and they shave them. That's something that they do too. They're at East Coast. They like to use a sweet garlic sauce. And on the West Coast, they like to use a more of a dill flavor for theirs. And you can do it a couple of ways. If you wanted to, I'm making a salad, so all that ground beef I'm just gonna throw on top, and I'm gonna spread my dressing over it. But you could actually do it in a wrap. So if you look at the picture, it's upside down, I know. I don't want my spices to spill out. So you do it in one of the naan breads if you want, or a Greek pita, or you can even use a tortilla shell. And you can make it into like a meatloaf and then slice it as a meatloaf. Add onions, onions, tomatoes, and cucumbers. But there is no real recipe. Like, you don't have to follow that. Use what you have in your house. So I actually have some really cool, colorful, and amazing radishes. Look at this. I didn't know they had. Well, I guess I did, but I found at the market purple radishes, white radishes, and red radishes. So why don't I just cut some of those up and put them in my salad? Because anything goes in a salad, right? So I'm just gonna slice this up, put it in my salad where my meat's cooking. I'm so blessed. I used to drive to Milton every day for my job my son was not even a year old when I started that job. And I drove to Milton every day for 8 years straight. 8 years straight. And I was just like, by the time I hit 40, I was like exhausted. This is cooked, guys. And this is so good. I'll give it a few more minutes. I'll give it another minute, but look at that. 4 minutes from frozen. So I'm just breaking it down because I really like my ground beef to be really like crumbly, and this little tool crumbles up your ground beef into just tiny little chunks. I just love this tool. Anyhow, my story. So yesterday, what I love about my job with Epicure is that I have freedom to work with the people I want to work with, which is super awesome. And we do a lot of collaboration so that we can come up with some great programs for you. Okay, I'm giving that another minute, and my meat will be ready, and I'll be signing off. So anyhow, I went up to Orangeville to collaborate with a bunch of two amazing women in my life. And as I was driving up, the traffic is crazy. My heart goes out to everybody that has to commute. The gas prices, the commuting, the stress on the highway, it's crazy. And I am so grateful that 40 years or 18 years ago, somebody introduced me to Epicure, because it has totally transformed the way I cook, but it has totally transformed the way I live. And I can be on the road if I choose to, or I can work from my office if I choose to. So if anybody of you are curious and want to learn more about this crazy little job I have of teaching people how to cook delicious meals and have fun, just DM me. I'll share I'll answer whatever questions you have. All right, so recap from tonight. There was a pound of frozen burger in my hands. If you watch the beginning of the video, you'll see that. I put it in my steamer, frozen. Added donair spice, because I'm doing donair salad. I spilt it everywhere. And put it in the microwave on high for 2 minutes. Then I took it out, and I took my little chopper, which is now in the sink, chopped it all down, give it another 2 minutes, and then from there, chopped it again, and gave it 1 minute. I've got a beautiful meal in five minutes, okay? That's all I've been talking. It's been 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So I've got my salad, got my salad dressing, and my burger. So, signing off, bon appetit, meals in minutes with Epicure. And if anybody has any questions or need recipe ideas or want to join that freezer meal workshop that we did, this is a private group that we set up, let me know. I'll drop you in there, and you can watch all the amazing videos that were put up on teaching you how to cook delicious meals. Have a great day. Thanks for being part of my community. Love you, love you, love you. And signing off for tonight. Bye.